Yeah, I know. Bit late to the party on this one. MJX Hypergo 114 scale rally car, guys. Is it any good? Let's unbox it. Come on then. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, MJX Hypergo 114 scale rally car. WRC livery, Citroën C3 WRC. Now, as you know, I've got a soft spot for rally cars. I really like my rally cars at the moment. And the previous one we reviewed, the Rolalo, was absolutely epic. Now, I've seen in the comments loads of times that, this was quite a suitable car. Now, I've seen videos on them. I didn't initially think about getting one, but because it was a 114 scale, but I've seen so many different videos now of people saying that they're kind of really, really reputable and worth looking at. I thought, well, do you know what? Now, big shout out to Banggood. Banggood is sponsoring this video, guys. It is a sponsored video. They did send me the car for free for the purpose of review and to have a look at. I will put a link in the description where you can actually purchase one of these, but as I do on the channel, I make sure that I keep everything true and honest, and I want to be completely honest with you when unboxing and trying to drive this car without breaking it. I'm not going to change the way I do things. This, as I say, this was sent to me free of charge by Jason from Banggood. So thank you very much, Jason, if you're watching the video. Really do appreciate it. 114 scale rally car, metal chassis, 4-wheel drive, brushless. It comes with a battery. All you've literally got to do, guys, is put your own batteries into it. So, big props to MJX. Now, these have got a reputation for being tough. Now, you've probably seen the kind of hoonigan-esque looking truck. You more than likely seen this on many different channels. When it comes to ground bashing, I pretty much torture test all my cars. Ground bashing is definitely one of my things, and I'm a big WRC fan. Now, I want to make sure that when I look at this car that I keep in mind the price, the size, what comes with the vehicle, and give you my honest opinion on it. So I think the best thing I can do for you guys is just essentially go ahead and open the box up and we'll find out what's inside. So, right, just get things ready. I'll see you in a second. Right, guys, so this is fully licensed, MJX is saying, by Citroën and obviously, the WRC. Now, the good thing is I've noticed about this, it has actually got the legit sponsors on there as well. So it's not made up sponsors or anything. What you get in is a full liveried car, just in a small scale, and I can't fault them for that. So obviously you've got the Citroën C3 on the front. This car would have been driven by Sébastien Ogier in the WRC Championship. Absolutely epic little car, and it's won many rounds. So, big fan. If you're into your rallying, you'll understand what I mean. Ogier, epic driver. Loeb has actually driven one of these as well in a few different rounds. Now, obviously, Sébastien Loeb, guys, I'm pretty sure many of you will actually know his name. Just like Sébastien Ogier, the French really do tend to know what they're doing when it comes to rally cars. On the back, guys, you've got, obviously, some drawings of the illustrations of the car. As you can see, you've got the chassis. The one thing that did kind of confuse me to start off is, as you can see, the chassis here is not a true scale, I would say, because on the rally car, essentially, the wheels would be a little bit more forward on this, and there would be less overhang on the front and the rear. But very good job. No, very pretty looking thing. On the side of the box, then, you've got the controller. So it does come 2.4 gigahertz 3-channel controller. And as you can see, big Citroën logo, Hypergo on the side. So, opening the box up, guys, let's just get it from this side. Now, I'll be straight with you, okay? I have actually looked inside the box on this one, and I was quite impressed, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. Come in these two little containers. Let's get it out. I've been really looking forward to doing this unboxing. As I say, you can pick this up on Banggood. I think the cost of it on there was around about £80 to £88, I believe. So relatively cheap considering this is a 3S brushless car, guys. Yeah, so 3S brushless does come with a battery. Now, I'll get to the battery in a moment. First of all, before we get into the car, guys, all right, let's quickly have a look into this box. So this is the controller. Let me just get a blade to open it up. I hope you're doing well at home, guys. Thank you very much for watching all the videos and all the likes and shares at the moment. The channel is absolutely flying and I can only thank you. So we have, let's have a look, let's open this up. Yeah, so three channel controller. Reminds me a little bit like the Team Corrali controller, actually, just with a little bit on the end. Steering wheel feels pretty decent. I wouldn't say, you know, it's feeling premium. I'm not going to lie to you there. But it does have on there throttle trim. Let's have a look. What we got here? Let's take this bit of plastic off here because I learned last time. It turns out underneath here was dials on the last car. Is there any dials underneath here? No. A bit of a shame. It does leave some residue when you take the sticker off, so I'll have to clean that off in a moment. No buttons on top. There is a channel 3. I'd imagine that's going to be for light control, that sort of thing. The stickers on you are very sticky, so you might need to get some isopropyl or something like that to clean the stickiness off. So we have throttle trim and steering trim, an on-off switch there. And it takes, by the looks on things, I'll have to open that up in a second, but it does look like it takes 4 AA's. It's okay. Throttle throw. Now I got little hands, okay, so let's just kind of show you. That is on full throttle throw there, and it doesn't quite, this back trigger here kind of catches it. But other than that, I mean, I can steer it with one hand as well, so that's kind of handy. So that's a controller. Anything else in the box here? Now I believe, what's in here? I believe this comes with a variety of wheels as well, and this is what I liked about it, was the fact that you don't just get the car, you get a little box of accessories to go with it as well. Now, you've got your usual, as I would call, trash charger. If you're going to charge batteries, guys, this will get you out of a pinch. Let's open that up and I'll show you. So, yeah, what I would class as junk. It's all right for traveling. I mean, if you could put this in a backpack, take it with you, plug it in somewhere. But I wouldn't rely on these all the time. And not just that, guys, to be honest, a charger like this will take a long time to charge your batteries. It does say it charges at 3 amps. But again, depending on what sort of battery, for example, on a 2200 mAh battery, all right, that actually would probably charge pretty decently quick. The only thing I don't like is you are charging, it is only for 2S as well, by the looks on things. It's not a 3S charger, so even though it's a 3S car, they only intend you to use the charger with the 2S. Downside, okay, so that is essentially a con in my opinion, but it is what it is. I wouldn't be using this. You do get your T-key for your wheels, looks like 12mm hexes, and I believe that's a 5.5mm nut. You get a selection of Allen keys and a little screwdriver. So yeah, nice they include those, I suppose, to get you going. Right, tyres wise, the car comes with a set of rally blocks. Now, the only thing I will say about the rally blocks is they do feel quite tough. Although the rubber feels quite grippy. They are glued. I think they're foam filled. Let me just feel. Yeah, they are foam filled. So that gives you an idea of the size of the wheels on the car. So you get 4 of those, and you also get some hard plastic drift wheels. Now we will try all the wheels out, but yeah, some hard plastic drift wheels to go with the car. So again, a little bit of value there, especially when it comes to the wheels. I mean, you've got 3 sets of wheels. I'm going to leave that there because I don't really particularly want to go and retrieve it. But it does come with 3 sets of wheels. Now, moving on to the vehicle. the bit you're all been waiting for. The car itself does come with a full set of instructions here. All right, so we'll quickly go through the instructions in a moment, and also some stickers to put on the vehicle yourself. So it does allow you, if you want to, not to actually add the decals on the vehicle. But I will be adding these, all right? So I will pause the video in a second and actually put them on. And guys, the pièce de résistance, as they say in France, obviously, you see what I did there, don't you? It's a French car, essentially driven by a French driver. And yeah, French. I do love the look of this vehicle though, really, really nice. 3S, 45 mile an hour these are capable of, guys, which it really did surprise me. I am a firm favourite of my Rolalo rally car. I'm going to put the box over there on top of my big rock for the moment. I'm a firm favourite when it comes to my Rolalo rally car, and obviously the chance of looking at something like this was really, really nice. Straight away I can feel that the shocks actually feel really, really nice. So you've got this big spoiler on the rear, WRC style, as you can see. You know, big aerodynamics on the rear, pushing that back end down, and essentially on a rally car, what that does is obviously as it scoops over the top, forces the back end of the car to grip up. You've also got this vortex here, the diffuser in the rear, obviously just like a rally car would. It's quite substantial on the back of this one, as you can see. But yeah, it's nice that they've included that. It's very scale looking. Obviously you've got Abu Dhabi on the front of it. I believe they have working lights on here as well, guys. So I think the best thing I can do here a second is, if I pause the video, I'm going to add the stickers on, all right? And then once the stickers are added, I'll finish off the video and then we'll go from there. But that overall, oh, metal chassis, guys. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's continue with looking at the car, and then I'll add the stickers to the vehicle. That'll be a better way of doing it, wouldn't it, Chris? Yes, Chris, it would. Okay, air dam in the top, obviously for letting all the air into the cab of the vehicles. Obviously they run in dusty conditions. This essentially is just to drag air to the driver, just like it would in a proper rally car. Big flared arches, again, full livery, body pins that hold the body on. Now, you're going to have to be careful when you take the body off here, guys, because there are lights. And I just need to disconnect this. There you go. So as you can see, again, there is a little bit of... and what I have liked about this, mind, is the lights are actually in these little pods, as you can see there. So instead of being exposed to the elements, what they've done essentially is put the light in pods. You got a controller on the roof, precariously stuck down with a piece of tape. And then obviously that attaches into your receiver. Now, the car, guys, the car itself, I'm really am surprised by this, actually, to be honest with you, is full oil-filled suspension, fully tunable. Now, on the previous Truck car, there wasn't oil-filled dampers on the car, so this is nice that the MJX have actually included this. And, you know, it shows that they're listening to people and updating their vehicles as they're going along. You have got this dust cover. So as you can see, there is a dust cover on the vehicle there. All right. So what that'll do essentially is try and keep some of the rocks and dirt out as you're flying over jumps and bumps and stuff like that. Now, you might be thinking, yes, small car, it's not going to cope with... Trust me, guys, these things actually cope with a lot of abuse. If you watch some of the other videos online, for example, Ricky from Beyond RC, absolutely loved his. Really nice little car, these. Sven from... I'm trying to think of the YouTube channel name now. But long short, he's got the Truck version of this. Again, there's loads of people who love them. The full metal chassis, you have got Allen keys as well right the way through the car. So instead of having Phillips heads, in all fairness to MJX, what they've done is given you, by the looks on things, 2 mil. Is that 2 mil or 1.5? Let me have a look. So it's 1.5 mil, so you are going to have to be careful. But it is nice that they've included hex hardware right the way through the car. Again, let's just take the top off here. So again, dust cover, as you can see, all been cut out, all neat, all tidy. It's nice that they've included that. You could run it with or without if you wanted to. Now, the car itself, guys, I'm going to have to check the specs on the ESC a second, because I'm not actually sure. I think it's 45 amp. Does it say? Does it say? Does it say? It doesn't actually say, I don't think. Motor assembly, front bumper. Very actually, I will say one thing here. I'm going through the manual, and I've got to be fair. Everything is nicely laid out, really nicely laid out. So big top marks to MJX for that. ESC, have we got? It's got spare parts. We've got the ESC here. There's a gyro in there, obviously. Oh, there you go, ESC, 45 amp ESC, there you go. 4400 kV motor, I believe that's a 38 size can, a 3850 can maybe? As you can see, you've got the motor underneath here. It does come, now this is one downfall I will say, okay, it does come with a battery, but unfortunately the battery is a lithium ion. Alright, so you're not getting a, or is it? Or is it a 2S battery? Let me just check. No, it's definitely, yeah, so it's a 2S lithium ion battery. 2000 mAh, 15C. So not a lot of punch. There you go, yes. So lithium ion, 2000 mAh, 2S lithium ion. So it's nice they've included that. You can obviously get the car going from there. Now I just want to see something. Can you fit a standard size 3S lipo in there? Let's just check. So if I'm going to put this way, will it allow me to put a 3S lipo in is the question. Now essentially, it doesn't look like it's going to fit properly. I don't know. There you go. It's in there. It's, you know, I wouldn't say it's in there properly, but it's definitely in there, because you can then tie down the side on you. So you will need a smaller lipo. To be honest with you though, what I will say is I probably would run that maybe with a little bit of foam underneath or something like that, just to stop it from damaging. But yeah, you can get a larger lipo in the car, and it's not going to foul anything. So, metal geared servo. You have also got a gyro, which is adjustable by this potentiometer on top. So you've got minimum and maximum, and you can turn it on and off as well. So if you don't want to run the gyro, you just tap that button there, and then obviously you've got this little swirl pot here for adjusting the gyro. So it's got Dean's connectors, guys. So I mean, I'm not a fan of Dean's, so I probably will swap that out to an XT60. But quite honestly, don't let that put you off, because Dean's on a 45 amp car ESC is absolutely fine. You know, the current draw on these little batteries are not going to be too much. So, but I'm going to put an XT60 in, because as you can see, I put XT60s on all my smaller 2S and 3S batteries. Front of the car, quite a big bumper here, nice and stout. You've got this piece of foam in the front. Fully adjustable turnbuckles on there as well. So you've got A-arms top and bottom. You've got CVDs in the front. I think what I'll do, guys, in a second, I'm going to pause the video 2 seconds. I'm going to change the camera and I'll show you a little bit better. How's that? See you in a sec. Right, okay, guys. So as you can see, the MJX rally car. Now, so as you can see here, you have got fully dampened, oil-filled aluminium shocks. Big stout bumper on the front. You've got these rally block pattern on the wheels, which is nice and grippy, nice feeling. It does feel like there's foams in, which quite hard, mind. Your 45 amp ESC with a fan on top, which is absolutely awesome. I think it's a waterproof receiver box by the looks on things, or is that just going into a receiver? Nope, yep, waterproof receiver box. Obviously your on-off switch. Your gyro then, which is on top like so. As I mentioned earlier on, as you can see, you've got adjustability on your gyro. You can turn it on, off, set. Full adjustable turnbuckles. You've got these A-arms top and bottom. CVDs front and rear. As you can see, there's CVDs on the rear as well. You've got this big top brace on top, supporting the chassis. Now, this is one of the things that has been pointed out by many channels. These are really tough. I've seen people throwing these around skate parks without no issues at all. You've got a single plate chassis at the bottom. Anodizing is really nice. You know, it's not cheap. It's got like a textured. What do I mean by this? Some anodizing, guys, is like a smooth, but this has got like that kind of matte, and it's got a texture to it as well. So again, hex hardware all the way through. You've got your hinge pins then as well. There's your vortex, which acts as a bumper as well, mind. Again, oil-filled shocks in the rear. The suspension is, as you can see, there's plenty of articulation in the suspension for such a small car. Metal drive shaft through the center. It is metal geared, as you can hear. They've done a really nice job of this, and I'm quite impressed, actually, to be honest with you. Very impressed, especially for a 1/14 scale. Now, I've had a car recently, I'm not going to mention any names, sent to me, and that was 1/14 scale, but it was nowhere near on the level of this. So yeah, quite chuffed, actually, to be honest with you. Banggood Jason has asked me to look at one of these because it was on my list. So giving you a close-up of the body, guys. All right, I'm going to sticker it up for you in a moment. They've done a really nice job. As you can see, the exhaust poking through, there's a detail there. You've got lights on the front, the top and bottom. Abu Dhabi, you've got your big grille, obviously your air intakes, you've got your canards then on the front, obviously, which pushes air over the wheel arch. Big wide wheel arches. These would be venting on the real rally car, but obviously I think that is for shock towers. Yeah, shock towers by looks on things. And then obviously inside the car, as you can see, there's your lighting controls, as I mentioned, held on precariously by a piece of tape. So I might put a little bit of grill tape over that just to keep it held down. And then here is your sticker sheet. Now, I've looked through it, as you can see, and they are proper sponsors. Abu Dhabi, Citroën, C3 WRC, and then Sparco. So yeah, real deal. I'm really chuffed that, you know, there is a company out there that are actually giving you all the correct decals as well, especially on a car this size, this price, and made by a Chinese company. So, you know, well done, MJX. Well done. I hope it's fully licensed, because otherwise that's blatantly a rip-off. But I think, you know, they wouldn't go as far as they have. There would be some slight changes in maybe some of the logos and stuff, but these are like for like. Bouncing on to the instructions, guys. Oh yeah, as I mentioned, your 4400 kV motor, and with it looks to be a 30mm fan there, or is that a 25? 30mm. So you've got a large fan on the motor. Now, I don't know if there's a centre diff in this. I don't think it is. I will need to check that out for you. But I made up with it. Really made up. Now, instructions. So, 2 seconds, guys. Stop my camera turning off. Now, as you can see, typical instructions. You think, okay. But then, as we're going into it, it shows you how to use the gyro. Turn it on and off. Your steering, your gyro, your gain, how to set it. Your ESC, 45 amp ESC, as you can see. All the instructions, all in English, Chinese. And then obviously a little bit of information there. Setting your trim, throttle endpoints, your dust protector for your underneath the body. Then we go into the parts on the vehicle. Metal gears. So your differentials. No, okay, so it doesn't have a center diff. So you've just got a spur gear with output drive on each end, and that obviously goes to two differentials, front and rear. Let's have a look. Do they give you? So it's 5,000. Yeah, 50,000. 50,000. No, can't be that much. That'll be interesting. I'll have to open that up and have a look. You got your motor. So yeah, so instructions wise, very well done. Very well done, in all fairness. I'm liking what I'm seeing. There's nothing bad or unpositive here to say so far. Hex hardware all the way through, metal filled, oil filled shocks, brushless motor, 3S capable, gyro, you know, big stout top brace, metal chassis, 3 sets of wheels. I mean, the list goes on. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to pause the video, put the sticker and the livery on the car, and I'll see you in a second. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, I have got the lithium-ion battery in there at the moment. Car is turned on. So we have steering. It is proportional, so that's nice. As you can see, they got the little servo saver assembly underneath there, and a bell crank. But yes, we're steering. Just something to notice as well. Gyro works. Fans are spinning up quite nicely there, as you can see. But one thing to notice is I've now done the body as well. So the body has come out really, really nice actually. So let's just put the body on top. I've got to say, it's a nice looking car, this. Very nice looking car. I think what I'm going to do, I'll connect the lights up a second for you, just to show you. Right, okay, so there's the lights on the car, guys. So obviously you've got lights up here. And I believe there are lights up there. No, let's just see. Button on the handset, mind, I'll be straight with you. Doesn't seem to really do anything. Is there any other buttons on the car? What about if I turn? What if I hold it down and turn it? No. And then looking at the rear of the car, we also have working lights on the rear. Quite a cool looking little thing though, to be fair. Now, wheel speed, let's just take this out a second. There you go. I'm going to turn the car upside down a sec. So this is with the lithium ion. I have got it on 100%. Now, being straight with you, it does kind of feel on that throttle, it's got a bit of a, I wouldn't say a delay, but like a soft start on the throttle. So, pull the trigger, and it's got like a little millisecond or so before it kind of moves. So I can see how that feels in real life. I'm not a fan of the handset. I don't like the handset. It's, you know, it's not, I don't know. cheap feeling, but then price point wise, I mean, all the money has definitely gone into the car. Metal servo, obviously brushless power, comes with a battery, gyro included. You have fans on the car, metal chassis. So yeah, I mean, I can kind of bypass that and obviously put my own handset on there. But quite impressed. Right, I think the best thing we could do now is shoot up top and we'll talk about it. Right, okay guys, so MJX Hypergo rally car. Very nicely made this. Now one thing to mention here, and I will quickly show you on the video how to calibrate your ESC. It is very much like a hobby wing ESC, okay, so you're not going to struggle too much. There's a little set button on the side of the on-off switch here. If you hold that down, let's first of all check everything is to 100%. So your dual rate is in the your steering dual rate is in the center, and your throttle rate is in trim is in the middle. Obviously, you're not touching any of the controls. Turn it up to 100%. So on the switch, so you've got I believe it's off 75 and 100. Turn it up to 100. Turn the car on, but hold the set button down at the same time. All right, so holding it. As you can see now, it's gone into a programming mode. I'm going to press it once. That's your neutral. Press it again, 2 beeps. That's full throttle. Press it again. So that's 3. Then you have that beep to recognise that all your M points are set. So make sure that obviously you've got your handset, everything turned up dead center. All right, so that's that. And then obviously I would recommend you do that on every single car that you buy. Calibrate the handset to the ESC every single time. Build quality wise, I'm impressed with. All right, I'm going to put the body back on a second, and I want to talk about it. I mean, £80 to £88. What you're actually getting is a fair amount, actually. This isn't toy grade. This is definitely hobby grade in the sense of everything is metal. The full drivetrain is metal. It's all the features like gyros and metal geared servos, brushless motors. They're all already on the car. Now, the handset is my downfall for this. I feel that it feels a little bit cheap. But a lot of us in the hobby will actually change a handset over to something you enjoy more. Some will actually run it with the handset that come with the car. Me personally, I'm probably going to be adding my own handset on this because I don't know, I just can't see me getting on with that handset. It does feel cheap. Will it work? Yes, it will. Oh, I'm going to correct myself as well here. It actually takes 2 AA's rather than 4. But I'm interested now to obviously see how this car runs. Now, in the meantime, what I'm probably going to do, because I do use XT60s rather than rather than Dean's connectors, I'm going to install my own battery connectors so I can run a 3S battery in the car. But yeah, very nice looking vehicle. It's going to be interesting to see how this runs. All right, if it runs well, I think we're on a winner here. It's definitely got the looks. The body is very scale looking. One thing to mention. Now, sticker sheet, okay, comes numbered. Now, the problem with that is, as you can see, you got all the numbers on the sheet, top to bottom. In the manual, there is no instructions on where to put the stickers. So what I had to do was look at the box art and kind of guide myself to it. And then I went online, I had a look at the real car, went to see if there was some images. So that one downside, just take your time, you know, maybe find some images of the real rally car, try and match them all up and make it look as scale as you want. If you're someone like myself who wants that kind of scale looking rally car look. But yeah, epic little car, actually, to be honest with you. I want to say a massive thank you to Jason, obviously, from Banggood, guys, for sending this over for the purpose of review and unboxing. I'm going to be running this car now as soon as the weather breaks here in the UK, because we are having some bad weather at the moment. And we'll probably take this up to Garth Park and give it a run. I'm impressed with what comes with the car. I will put a link in the description where you can purchase one of these, as I mentioned. The other thing, like I say, if you want to get that little bit of extra performance as well, maybe consider getting yourself something like a 3S appropriate battery, because you'll have that little bit more wheel speed and a little bit more power. The other thing I do like about this is the size of it. If you consider that's the palm of my hand, it's going to be a perfect little backpack companion, this, especially if you're going on holidays and you fancy taking something with you, or maybe going to a park, or just fancy going for a little bit of a walk and stopping off somewhere, getting the car out and having a bit of fun. Very pocketable, and essentially that's what it is, it's a little pocket rocket. Guys, massive thank you for watching all the videos, all the likes, shares and subscribes happening on the channel. I really, really do appreciate all of you. The channel is growing exponentially, and I'm massively happy to have you on board. I love speaking to you in the comments. Please keep it up. If you enjoy the videos, guys, consider hitting the subscribe button. It costs you nothing and means the world to me, honestly. We're on the push to 5,000, and it would mean absolutely everything to have you on board. Till next time, guys, check the box for more videos. Stay awesome. I'll catch you later.